Welcome to Vision on TV. I'm Kayte Fairfax. We're here in Amnesty International in London at the Half a Revolution event. And today we're speaking to Dalia Abdelhammed Ali from Egypt, from the Egyptian Initiative for Personal Rights. Thank you so much for speaking to us. You mentioned that you felt women paid a double price in the revolution in Egypt, just as you pay in daily life. What did you mean by that?
I mean that in the daily life, Egyptian women have to pay double price by being in the public sphere, so they have also to bear the whole burden of the domestic sphere. They have to take care of children, they have to clean the house, and it's very legitimate for the men of the house not to participate in such domestic work. It was also the same in the revolution, that people always asked, where's the women in the Egyptian revolution, although women were there from the very beginning, but it wasn't until that women have been subjected to systemic violence and physical violence and sexual violence. It was only then when their rights have been identified and the role was identified by other revolutionaries and by political parties. Women have to even challenge their what so-called traditional roles. It's not really. I don't perceive the feminine traditional roles as bad values, because I believe in non-violence. But they had to go in the front line. They had to be subjected directly to the police brutality and the military brutality to prove that they are equal.
Yes, in a way, I think you're saying they were sort of invisible until quite a lot of violence happened, and then people could say, now women are participating.
Exactly.
Yes. Tonight there was a lot of discussion about the kinds of atrocities and torture that women have been subjected to in Egypt. But you were also saying that you felt the picture wasn't quite as bleak as that. Do you want to explain a bit about that?
Yeah, I see a very positive aspect of people organizing themselves in movements, in independent movements, in coalitions, and many of these coalitions are women's coalitions and women's movement and youth movements, and by having the power to organize yourself and to advocate for your rights, you are empowered. So even if they will take rights from us, we will always be there. We will always be demanding for our rights.
And one other thing you were saying was, you mentioned about being in the street. You talked about Women's International Women's Day last year, and that women have been in the streets for the last year. How important is that for you, and what does that mean for you to be in the street?
I guess this means legitimacy, not only legitimacy, but participation, which is a very important aspect in revolution and in struggle for human rights and for women rights and for a new Egypt that we all trying to build together. So we are there, we are participating, we are dreaming with everybody else, we are sharing with them the worries and the hopes of the revolution, the good and the bad sides of it.
And for those of us who want to support you further, what can we be doing here in the West?
I guess solidarity is very important with women's rights cause and with human rights cause, and also understanding more about the national context, understanding more that the Egyptian population is a diversified population with diversified demands, but I guess solidarity is really important.
Solidarity first and foremost. Thank you so much for speaking to us. Do get involved in this. Support women undergoing those revolutions and creating change. This is Vision on TV. Thanks for watching.